Okay, day 16 of bullying myself into actually doing LeetCode. Problem 203, remove linked list elements. So nice, easy. Given the head of a linked list, an integer val, remove all the nodes in linked list that has a node value equals value and return the new head. So not too tricky. Simply going to iterate through the linked list, keep a reference to the previous node and the current node, and then try if there's a value that matches. So we're going to remove that value. We are going to just link up the previous next pointer to the value in the next value in the chain. So first of all, got to create a dummy, which will just be a list node object, but it will be initialized with the next value being the head of our linked list. What this means is that the dummy will be the 0th element as opposed to the first element. Then we can just have a previous and a current pointer. I hope that doesn't drop from the table again, that does my head in. Previous and a current pointer, and that will be our dummy, and that will be our head. So that's 0 and 1 if you were to think about it in terms of pointers, like indexed pointers. Then we can just say while current. So whilst current is at none and we have elements to cycle through, let's keep track of our next pointer, which will be current.next. Then we can just say if current.value is equal to the actual value that we're checking for, we can actually just save the next pointer as current.next. So essentially what we're doing is we're taking the pointer from the previous node, which would be 0 in the first case or whatnot, and then just link it up to node number 2, which will be the location in memory that our current pointer is pointing to. And then we can just else case, so the reverse case for that. So if it's not equal, we'll just be moving that previous pointer up to the normal position. And then we have to move our current pointer up to our temporary next value, which we've established, and then just return dummy.next. Because remembering that the dummy node is the none index, so the 0th index within that linked list. So the next pointer will be to that head, which would be, let's see, good, groovy, not too hard, not too tricky. Sensational. Yeah, that was day 16 of bullying myself into doing LeetCode. Gonna try to hit 30 days. Yeah, I guess since I'm about halfway through, speak on the experience. I've done LeetCode before, so I've grinded it a little bit, but I never really got too proficient. And every time I kind of come back to it, I try and gain and see what I can get from the experience in general. I'd say this time, even though I wouldn't say it necessarily makes you a better engineer, I would say that it gives you an appreciation for every single line of code. And I would say it it always helps boost a bit of your programming proficiency a bit. It never really can do any worse than that. Obviously, it's not going to help you too much inside of your code base, but it will probably help you be a bit more creative when it comes to some of that lower level pure function logic when it needs to be written, maybe less so interfaces and stuff, but overall not too bad. It continues. I'm going to hit 30 days and then probably switch to another challenge. But yeah, peace.